Good day everyone, once again I welcome you to my YouTube channel. In this particular video, we'll be working on redox reaction. These are examples of redox reaction, and I've dropped a video already on how to get the oxidation number of redox of compound rather. So now the first thing that should come to your mind is, what is redox reaction? Redox reaction talks about, okay, let me give you again, Redox, reduction and oxidation. Whenever reduction and oxidation takes place at the same time simultaneously in a particular reaction, it is called a redox reaction. So these are examples of redox reaction. That's to say, reduction is taking place and oxidation is taking place simultaneously. So in balancing redox reaction, it's kind of complex compared to balancing an ordinary chemical reaction. Let me say this. Balancing a chemical reaction, what you just need to do is to balance the atoms. You don't need to balance the electron. But in balancing redox reaction, there is need for you to balance the atoms and then the electron. For example, can you just say hydrogen here reacting with oxygen here is going to give us H2O. So we have 2 here, we have 2 here, we have 2 here, we have 1 here. So I'll make it 2, then I'll bring 2 here, making it. So what I balance here is just the atom. I didn't balance the electron. But for you to balance a redox reaction, there is need for you to balance the atom first, then you move forward by balancing the electron. So for we to know which side is reducing and which side is oxidizing, first of all, what is the oxidation number of silver here? Silver is an element. It's a neutral element. So therefore, every neutral element or every neutral compound, the oxidation number is 0. And every neutral element, every charged element, which is an ion, or a compound, which is a radical, has the oxidation number of that particular charge. So therefore, silver here is 0, NO3 minus here is -1. That's for the whole compound here. Silver here, which is silver plus, is +1. While NO is a neutral compound, so the answer is what? Is 0. What I want you to take note of is that whenever we talk about loss of electron is talking about oxidation, and gaining of electron explains what? Reduction. So whenever electron is lost, please, your answer should be oxidation, and whenever electron is gained, your answer should be what? Reduction. But if someone should ask you, what is the oxidation number of nitrogen here, what will be the answer? I told you already. What you have to do is that we have NO3 minus is equal to what? -1, because of the radical. I've explained this in my video. NO plus 3 oxygen is equal to what? -1. That's N here plus, yes, -2 times 3 is equal to -1. So my N minus 6 is equal to -1, which is N is equal to +6 -1. Then my N is equal to what? 5. So if you are looking for nitrogen here is 5 plus 5. Oxygen here is -6. Oxygen here is -2. Then nitrogen here is, let's check. If we have NO is equal to 0, which is N minus 2 is equal to 0, which is N is equal to what? +2. So N here is +2. I don't know if you get what I just explained here. Here is 5 plus 5, while here is -6. It means oxygen already is -2. -2 times 3 will give us what? -6. So oxygen there is already -2. Go and watch my video on how to calculate oxidation number. You are going to have a better understanding on this whole concept. So if you are moving from 0 to +1, why this one is moving from -1 to 0. So if you are moving from 0 to +1, that means you are losing electron. And loss of electron explains what? Oxidation. Why this one here? It was minus before, then it finally moved to 0. So if you are moving from negative to neutral, which is if you are Oing, then finally you become stable. That's what? Reduction, gaining of electron. So for you to move from -1 to 0, that means you actually gain 1 electron. So reduction is taking place over here. So if you shake this out and you shake this out, what is happening in zinc 2 plus is that zinc 2 plus has lost 2 electrons here. Then at the end of the whole thing, it became 0. Here is 2 electron, here is 0. While here we have I don't want to calculate, let me just do something like this. In this reaction here, you have zinc 2 plus. So if you have zinc that has 2 and you are moving to 0, from 2 to 0, that means you are reducing. So here reduction is taking place here. Reduction is taking place here. But if you look at this very one here, from silver, addition of oxygen, from silver, oxygen is added to it. So addition of oxygen is called oxidation, while removal of oxygen is called reduction. Then addition of hydrogen is reduction, while removal of hydrogen is called what? Oxidation. So when oxygen is added, it is oxidation. When hydrogen is removed, then reduction talks about oxygen is removed, hydrogen is what? Is added. So if hydrogen is added is reduction, if oxygen is removed is oxidation, is a reduction. If oxygen is added is oxidation, while if hydrogen is removed is oxidation. Loss of electron is oxidation, gain of electron is what? Is reduction. So if you look at this compound here, oxygen was added, while if you look at this compound here, you are moving from 2 plus to 0, from 2 plus to 0. That means if you are moving from here to this place, you are actually gaining electron. This one has lost 2 electrons, so for you to move from this place to this place, you have to gain 2 electrons again. So that's reduction. So if you look at this very last one here, from chromium to Cr, the charge here is 2, here is what? Is 3. Let me not even use the charge. You have oxygen here. Now oxygen is removed, so if you are removing oxygen, that's what? Reduction. Why here is 2 plus, then from 2 plus to 3 plus, which is, he gave out 2 electrons, then later on again he gave out 1 electron. Plus means you are giving out electrons, so 2 electron was given out, then 3 electron was given out here. That is to say it is oxidizing. Loss of electron explain oxidation. Why in this place here will be oxidation? Why in this place again? Let's use the charge to explain. Chromium here is 3. Let's check chromium here. Chromium, let's solve the oxidation number of chromium. So we have Cr2O7 is equal to what? Minus 2. That's 2Cr plus 7 times minus 2 is equal to minus 2. So 7 minus 2 give us minus 14. Then here is 2Cr. So it's equal to minus 2. Then at the end of the whole thing, minus 14 plus 2 will give us, or minus 2 plus 14 will give us what? 12 is equal to what? 2Cr. Therefore, if you divide both sides by 2, here will be what? Plus 6. So chromium here, chromium alone is plus 6. Why chromium here is what? 3 plus. So if you have 6 electrons, if you gave out 6 electrons, then later on again, it's not showing that you only gave out 3 electrons, which is you accepted 3 electrons. Remember, this one is saying that you give out 6 electrons, but this one is saying that you gave out 3 electrons. That's to say, at the beginning of the reaction, 6 electron was lost, but at the end of the reaction, 3 electron was gained. That means you are only losing 3 electrons. You lost only 3 electrons. And gaining of electron is called what? Reduction. So please take note of that. 6 electron, then at the end of the whole thing, 3 electron. That means you gave out 6 electron. At the end of the whole reaction, is only 3 electron that is lost. So therefore, here is what? Reduction, oxidation, reduction, oxidation, reduction, oxidation. What you should take note of is that whenever oxygen is added, it is usually reduction. Oxidation. Whenever hydrogen is added, it is reduction. Whenever oxygen is removed, it is reduction. And whenever hydrogen is removed, it is what? Oxidation. So just glance through this. I believe that is going to help you out. And in this very one here, let me show you something quickly. Silver here is 0. Why silver here? If you solve for oxygen, which is Ag2O, then it's equal to 0. That's silver, 2 silver plus minus 2 is equal to 0. That's 2 silver is equal to plus 2 when it moves to that side. Then if you divide both sides by 2, then silver is equal to what? 1. Yeah, silver is equal to 1 plus 1. So if you are moving from 0 to plus 1, that means you are losing 1 electron. Plus means you are losing electron. Minus means you are gaining electron. So loss of electron explains what? Oxidation. Addition of oxygen explains what? Oxidation. Removal of hydrogen explains what? Oxidation. Addition of hydrogen explains what? Reduction. Removal of oxygen explains what? Reduction. Gain of electron explains what? Reduction. While loss of electron explains what? Oxidation.